Ooh. Hey everyone. So I'm just gonna wait for just a few more people to get in the live. How's everyone? Rihanna. Hi Emily. I miss you too, Haley. Brenna. Hi Marina. Laura. Hey girl. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, like I just said, for a few more people to get on. Hi Lauren. Hi Wendy. Erica. Don't get crazy with it. We're professional from here up. You grow a bunch of sweatpants on. Okay, so my portion of all the live classes is the evaluation of the learner. So basically, what we're going to do is take the 2-hour class that you just had with Wendy, and I'm just gonna ask you some questions. You're gonna go ahead and write them down. We'll go over the answers, and we're all gonna do this together. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna do perfectly fine through this. Um, So let me see how many people I have on real quick. Oh, I got 56. I don't think LJ has corona, but hi, Stacy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. If you already have pen and paper from earlier, we're going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to say each of the questions a couple times, and then from there, basically what we're going to do, I'll give you the answers. We're going to try to go through this as smoothly as possible. So the first question that I have for you to write down is what is the term for the study of viral diseases? And again, that is what is the term for the study of viral diseases? And the answer to, got you, Wendy. All right, again, what is what is the term for the study of viral diseases? Perfect. I already got answers coming in. You're gonna want to write that on your own pen and paper though, because you will have to eventually turn these in. All right, so our next question is ringworm is known as what type of parasite? All right. So ringworm is known as what type of parasite? And I know I have a few students who English is not their first language, and that's why is the perfect time to go ahead and if, write these down. These are, like Wendy said earlier, these are going to be on y'all's test. They're going to be on your test through school, let alone state board. So it's really good to pay attention to them. And I got lots and lots of answers already. And yes, it is vegetable, vegetables. Okay, so what boil, what is a larger boil of the skin called? So again, what is a larger boil of the skin called? Okay, we have spell check, Brenna. Yes. Okay, so again, the question was, what is a larger boil of the skin called? And it is a carbuncle. The way we learned it when I was in school is that Sherry taught us a car is bigger than your uncle, so therefore carbuncle is bigger than a furuncle. In case anybody should know. So Stacy, you should be writing down the questions and answers. All right, so our next question is going to be, what is another term for bacterial active growth? So what is another term? Vicky, I love that y'all are typing. I absolutely love it, and I think y'all should because it kind of helps your fellow classmates out. But you really need to be writing down the answers and questions together on your own piece of paper. All right. So again, what is another term for bacterial active growth? It's okay, Brenna, as long as you're getting the questions down. So, what is another term for bacterial active growth? And it is vegetative. Yes, Ava, B, D, all of the above. All right. So, what is one of the hair-like structures that help give bacteria a whip-like motion? Okay, Haley. It's okay. Just write down your questions and answers, and we'll be perfectly fine. I'm also terribly sorry if you can hear Emmy crying in the background. So sorry. So again, it's what is one of the hair-like structures that help give bacteria a whip-like motion? Thank you, Wendy. I know, Wendy, they're killing it right now. So what is one of the hair-like structures that gives that help give bacteria a whip-like motion? There's a lot of. You better say your name, other than that, you get counted absent. And that's going to be, like everybody has already said in the comments, flagella or cilia. Well, if PSI would let us schedule some tests after this, it'd be great. And I'm going to give y'all just a second to go ahead and get y'all's name during roll call. That way it doesn't mess with anything that Alana has going on. Oh, Brianna. You know what? If we end up getting off of the or getting done a little early, I'll bring out Khaleesi. She's little. She's angry today, though. Or maybe on break. I am on question 6. We just got done with what is the hair-like structures that help give bacteria whip-like motion, and I'm just giving Alana a second to be able to get everybody's roll call. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on. So what are 3 components that make up pus? What are the 3 components that make up pus? Unless I have nothing else to do in this quarantine, okay? Nothing. Stay home and work from home. Because we're doing online learning, guys. Ken, what 3 components make up pus? One is dead skin cells. Thank you, Zuli. All right, so what 3 components make up pus? And those three components are going to be white blood cells, dead skin cells, and bacteria. Man, y'all really listened to when he's live earlier. And not everybody's not paying attention. I'm doing better in here than in class sometimes. All right. So our next question is, what is another word for fungus? Fungus, everybody's favorite thing. All right. So what is another word for fungus? Hi, Katie. Um, Man, I'll flood the comments now. Haley Louisa, I hope that was spell checked to eat, because we're not trying to eat fungus. Well, mushrooms. But even then. All right. So what is another word for fungus? And that is tinea. All right. So the next one is, what is an example of a communicable disease? So what is an example of a communicable disease? It got a little wonky over here. It'll be fine. Like Wendy just said, please make sure y'all are writing this down. We are, you will either email them or take Snapchat, take a picture of them to send to either, I believe it was Molly, but if not, you can send it to me. It's perfectly fine, and I'll get it with Molly. Because everybody has my number now. Yeah, they're really good. Look at y'all listening. Love it. What is an example of a communicable disease? Okay, perfect, Wendy. So we're collecting them when we return. All right. So like some of them have been said: ringworm, colds, warts, pink eye, HIV, the flu. Those are all examples of a communicable disease. Y'all are killing it today. I'm proud of y'all. Hi, Kimberly. All right. So moving on, what happens during the inactive bacterial stage? So what happens? Let me spell. During the inactive stage. Oh, every time y'all say coronavirus, all I can think is Cardi B. So what happens during the inactive bacterial stage? I have to send a link to one of the students real quick. All right, now that everybody's taken care of. All right, so one more time, what happens during the inactive bacterial stage? And that is a protective coating is created. And again, that is a protective coating is created. All right. So the next one is a pimple is an example of what? A pimple is an example of what? Yes, Melina, that was perfect for the last question. All right, so a pimple is an example of what? Yep, you're perfect. A local infection. We're going to make sure it's a local infection. I like killing it. All right, so lastly, a pimple is an example of what? And that is a local infection. All right, so the next one is what causes a occupational disease? All right, so what causes an occupational disease? And that's prolonged exposure in the work environment. You're really, yeah. When you make them give an example, what is an example of it? Work. All right. So what causes a pathogenic disease? Yeah, whole plant. What causes a pathogenic disease? One more time. What causes a pathogenic disease? And that would be molds and fungi. All right, guys. So, a systemic disease is associated with what? Not quite lice and mites. So, a systemic disease is associated with what? Perfect, Chloe. Yes. So it's associated with the bloodstream and the lymphatic system. I really miss you guys. It's weird not having a million questions a day. All right. All right. So the next one is a parasitic disease refers to a disease caused by what? Ooh, don't touch my face. So a parasitic disease refers to a disease caused by what? Parasitic disease refers to a disease caused by what? So this is going to be caused by small animals. So again, yes, lice, mites, the things of things of that nature are very true, but think broader, small animal. All right. What shape is cocci? Bacteria. Ooh, not perfect. Even without spell checks sometimes. Correct. So the shape that is for cocci is round. The circle. Circle pie. All right. So what are the characteristics of Staphylococcus? Wish people leave me alone. So again, what are the characteristics of Staphylococcus? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what are the characteristics of Staphylococcus? That's going to be it's pus forming, and it's in clusters. Okay. All right. What does Diplococcus cause? So, all right. So Diplococcus causes what? Perfect. Correct. So Diplococcus causes pneumonia. All right. What shape are bacilli? What shape is bacilli bacteria? Perfect. There were no. Yep, it's rod. Rod-shaped bacteria. Yeah. All right. So, give me something that Spirilla causes. So, what does Spirilla cause? And what does Spirilla cause? For Connie, it was what shape is coccibacteria? So, what does Spirilla cause? And yes, it does cause syphilis. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So, what is another term for spiral in regards to bacteria? So, what is another term? So, what is another term for spiral in bacteria? Yes, it is spherical. Perfect. All right. What is microbiology? When you are show right, they better ace this the ecology portion of the written test. So, what is microbiology? Perfect. So, it is the science in that deals with the microorganisms and their effects on life. So, again, the study of microorganisms that aren't seen by the naked eye. That was perfect, Laura. Okay, so what is the term for daughter cells that divide to produce a new cell? Yes, perfect. So, oops, sorry, not high enough. Um, it is mitosis, binary fission. Yeah. So as long as you remember that cells are dividing into two, cell division, mitosis, you're going to be perfectly fine. It's okay, Haley. I don't have spell check here either. All right. So, is pest a sign of infection? Is pest a sign of infection? Sorry, Joel. I got questions to get through. So is pest a sign of infection? Yes, it is. It's one of your red flags when you're dealing with infection. All right, so we're gonna do this one more time. What is the shape of bacilli? Give me my shapes. It's okay, Wendy. I'm checking all the comments as we go. Perfect. Yes, so it is rod shaped. All right, so our next one is what is the shape of spirilla? What are my shapes of spirilla? Spiral, yes. Spiral, spherical, anything of that nature, perfectly fine. All right, so we're going to do this again. What are hair-like projections to help bacteria propel? So self, motile, motility. What is that helping with? What are the little creepy crawlers called? Y'all already got it before I could even write it down. But yes, so hair-like projections that help bacteria propel are flagella and cilia. Y'all really paid attention earlier, and I am really, really proud of y'all. They're just the little creepy crawlers. All right, so again, what is the term for a large boil? So large boils. I already know y'all know this. So large boils equal carbuncles. We've already gone over this. Exactly. Big car, little uncle. Fur, small animal. Remember it how you have to. But just remember that the carbuncle is bigger than the furuncle. All right. So the term for spreading bacteria or disease is what? All right. So again, the term for spreading bacteria or disease. Perfect, Monica. Destiny, they actually can get pretty good size. If we have a minute here in a little bit, I'll actually pull up a picture of it for you. Perfect. Communicable. Y'all are just rock stars. I'm so impressed with y'all. Y'all done so good. All right. So while we're on the topic of communicable, is HIV communicable? All right. So is HIV, hepatitis, sorry, and hepatitis. Now I can't find it. There it is. All right, perfect. So yes, HIV and hepatitis are communicable. All right. Is a virus treated with an antibiotic? Wendy, I can see Frida, so there's that. Is a virus treated with antibiotics? What can help a person from contracting a disease such as like a virus? So what can help a person from contracting a virus? Staying at home, yeah. So what can help a person from contracting a virus? So let's think of not something that we physically do at home or in our social settings. Think something as far as medically. Social distancing. Yeah, stay away from me. Miranda, you're right. That's why I'm at home by myself right now. Well, not really by myself. Taking vitamins could help, but think of something that your doctor would give you. A good immune system, yeah. Oh, Brianna. So something that you can do is maybe a vaccine. So perfect, Felice, vaccine. That's what we were looking for. So again, I'm going to reiterate that one more time. What can help a person from contracting a virus? A vaccine. All right. So what is another term for a germ? Thought about it. Perfect. So a microbe, bacteria, things of that nature. That's another term for a germ. Germy little people. That's why we're socialists. All right. So is ringworm a vegetable or an animal parasite? My shorthand. All right. So ringworm, is it a vegetable or a animal parasite? Perfect. Y'all are getting it. You would think because it's ringworm, creepy crawly, you would think animal, but it's not. It is a vegetable parasite. All right. So the science that deals with bacteria. Perfect. Yes. Perfect, Brenna. Perfect, Monica. Chloe. Yes, it's bacteriology. So the science that deals with bacteria is bacteriology. All right. Are germs one-celled or two-celled? Perfect, Maribel. Perfect, Katie. Yes. So they are one-celled. Yep, one-celled. Y'all paid attention. All right. So what are the two stages of growth? Two stages of growth. Perfect, Rihanna. Active and inactive. Yes, Cassandra. Perfect. So they are active and inactive. What are the conditions of when bacteria thrive? So, hi, Gracie. Perfect. Yes. Perfect, Monica. Dark, damp, and dirty. That's what bacteria loves. All right. So again, the conditions that bacteria love are dark, damp, and dirty. All right. So, what is binary fission? So, what is binary fission? Fission. Yep. Whatever. Perfect. So, mitosis, cell division, things of that nature. Either one of those terminologies are correct, mitosis or cell division. All right. Where are bacteria found? Where bacteria? All right. So where's bacteria? Where in the world is bacteria? All right. Split into daughter cells. Yes. Yes, Julia. Is everywhere. She everywhere. Good and bad bacteria. All right. Y'all got it. It's like we're trying to pull up and find her. Emma, the toilet. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's on your toilet. It's in your shower. It's literally in the air. It is everywhere. All right. So, do parasites draw nutrition from their source, such as a tick? So, take showers. That's a hygiene thing. I think we'll be going over that soon. All right. So, do do parasites draw nutrition their nourishment, their nutrition from the source such as a tick? Wendy, my makeup bag is and yes it does. So they thrive off of their host. So another term for scabies. Yes, host. Same Wendy, mine is your girl's makeup bag be looking a little rough these days. All right, so another term for scabies. Perfect, Brenna. Yes, itch mites. So another term for scabies is itch mites. I know Wendy told y'all a story earlier about them. Creepy crawlers. Okay, so example. of when a virus hits the digestive tract. Yeah. Okay, so an example of when a virus hits the digestive tract. Perfect. Yes, flu. So our word's contagious. Yeah, stomach flu. Corona. Well, by the way everybody bought up the toilet paper, you would assume so. So yes, they are contagious. Warts, eek. I mean, meh. All right. Where do pathogenic bacteria come from? All right. So where do they come from? Where do these pathogenic bacteria come from? Got it, Wendy. Gotcha. I'm probably going to stop writing these just so it goes a little quicker. So pathogenic bacteria comes from the vegetable parasite like fungi. All right. When is a systemic bacteria and what does it mean? So systemic bacteria, where does it come from? Perfect. So systemic bacteria comes from the bloodstream and the lymph. Um, yes. Systemic bacteria comes from the bloodstream and the lymph. An example of parasitic bacteria. Parasitic bacteria would be lice or itch mites. During the spore forming stage, can anything harm bacteria? Yes, Laura. Perfect. Yes, Wendy, lice and itch mites. So during spore forming, can anything harm bacteria? Nope, not even boiling it. What is a poisonous substance? So a poisonous substance would be a toxin. And then I have two more questions. That's it. Is chickenpox a virus? And that would be yes. It is a virus. And then did you know um, when you get a virus, you are likely to never get it again? So, yes, therefore, unfortunate people have gotten corona, but they won't get it again. Ooh. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Again, I will be on tomorrow with all the questions to reiterate what Wendy has going on in her class. So y'all have a good evening. Have fun with quarantining yourselves, and we're gonna make it through this, guys. I miss you all, but bye, guys.